Hello, my book and wax friends. How are you doing today? I am Amber, and I'm here to share about all things books and home fragrance. And today's video is my TBR jar, although this is technically a bucket, prompt picks. So I have my TBR shelves right here with all the various books that I want to get to for the month of August. And we are going to pick them through the bucket of doom. Well, sometimes it feels that way. I do enjoy mood reading as well, but it's fun to have like an official TBR too. So let's do it. Let's see what books I am going to choose for the month of August. I try to do around 8 books because that's usually the amount that I get to. Between 8 and 10 is what I'm able to read during the month. But since I do like to mood read, I feel like 8 is a good amount. So we're going to do 8. Enough blabbering. Let's get to it. Okay. So we have all the prompts that are in here in the bucket of doom. And the first one, why? Set in the fall. Seriously, August, I'm trying to do still like summery, like hot type books, and I get set in the fall. I think A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping may work. I'm not sure if it's set in the fall. This one I just got in from the library, brand new. I actually didn't have to wait months for it. I don't know though if it is a fall book. You know what? I am just going to skip this one. We're gonna veto this one because I don't think any of the ones I have right now, and I'm looking at the ones up above me that I haven't read, and yeah, I think we're gonna skip that one. It's my TBR prompt, so I'm choosing to veto it. Okay, this one is more doable. 3-word title. Okay, The Love Haters is one. So Love Haters. The Floating World is another. Let's see. The Blonde Identity is another. This Woven Kingdom. Okay, I think I'm gonna choose between these. So The Love Haters, I've been waiting for a while to get to this one. It is on my 5-star predictions for this quarter. The Floating World actually is on my 5-star predictions as well. This is the Fairy Loot edition. Isn't it so beautiful? But I kind of feel like this is more September-y. I have no clue, but to me it feels September. So I'm gonna cut that one out. Then I have The Blonde Identity by Allie Carter, and this one would be super fun, and this Woven Kingdom as well. This has been on TBRs in the past. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna wait on that one. I'll probably get another prompt maybe that I can add that one. So The Love Haters or The Blonde Identity. I think I'm going to go with The Love Haters just because I want to give Catherine Center another shot. I did temporarily. I'm not sure if it's going to be a permanent DNF, but the rom-comers I ended up DNFing because I got frustrated with it. So The Love Haters is the first book on the TBR. And I will go over the synopsises at the end. Okay, second book out of 8 is... Let's see, guys. What did I get this time? Historical fantasy. Ooh. Let's look at these. I have Damn, darn. I was going to say historical fantasy, that might work, but no. I don't know if I have any historical fantasy on here. They're all just like straight up fantasy or romantasy. All the ones that I have here on my TBR are not, and I'm looking up above just to see. I don't think so. Everything I have is full on fantasy. Darn. So that's not going, well, I don't know. Would this work? Let's look at this one. A Daughter of Fair Verona. This one could work because Verona is a real place. This is like a continuation of Romeo and Juliet. And to me, the cover just screams summer. And this is a book, like a physical TBR book, not from the library. So it's been on my shelves for a minute. I think I will go with this one. So A Daughter of Fair Verona is my choice for that one. Okay. Yay, I found one. Because everything else is like not set in this world as far as on my shelves right now. Okay, translated work. Do I have any? I honestly don't think I have any that are translated. So we're going to skip that one. Alrighty. Next is Goodreads Choice Awards. That's hard. I don't know for that one. Hold, I'll search and see if I can come up with something. Just one second. All right, guys, guess what? I did find one. This was actually on my TBR in July, and I started it. Remarkably Bright Creatures. This just says Goodreads Choice Awards. I don't think this actually won the award, but it was nominated for the year that it came out. And because of that, I feel like it works. It doesn't mean that it won the award, but it was on the award. So I'm gonna go with Remarkably Bright Creatures. Again, I started it. I wasn't feeling it as I was reading it. I like some of the points of view, some of the other points of views I wasn't getting into, but I've requested this on audiobook, and so I'm hopeful that through audiobook I'll enjoy it more. So we're gonna continue, especially because it is a 25 in 2025 book, and so I do want to get to this one. So with the audiobook, it should be coming in August, and I'll read it. So that works for that. All right, so that's 3. So I have 5 left. Next one is, let's see, nature on the cover. This one should be easy to do. Let's look at what we got. Well of Ascension, no. Book That Wouldn't Burn, no. No. This Woven Kingdom does. It has roses. Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping definitely does. Matchbreaker Summer does. Okay, so far I just kind of feel like I want to, let's see, Matchbreaker Summer. This is a YA romance. I don't know. Compared to the other two, I am saying no. So this Woven Kingdom or The Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, I don't know, you guys. I do really want to read this, especially because it did just come out. But I'm feeling more August vibes from this Woven Kingdom compared to this one. And so I think I am going to go with this Woven Kingdom. I don't have like a full-on fantasy, and I have really wanted to get to this book, especially because last year it was on my summer TBR as well, and I never got to it. So I'm going to start it. I know I'm starting a new series, but Yes, This Woven Kingdom. That will work. Okay. Next prompt, four more prompts. Let's see what we got. Published in 2018. Holy smokes. These are always the most difficult to try and figure out. That's 2007. Nope. The book that wouldn't burn was this 2018. Let's look real quick. 2023. Nope. And this just came out. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be it. Yeah, 2024, nope. And I know this one I don't think is either. 2023, nope. I know The Floating World isn't. That just came out. Those just came out. Seriously, I don't think I have any. Well, I'm going to reach up high and see if I can find some from up there. All right, guys, unfortunately, I did look through all my books here that are ones that I haven't ever read, and none of them are 2018. They are newer than that, unfortunately. So I have to put that one away and pick something else. I am not doing a very good job of getting prompts that are working right now. Okay, bought new. Now this one for sure works because I have quite a few that are bought new books here. I could, like I said, I could do The Floating World, but I'm feeling September for that one. These two actually right here feel August. They feel like they're August books to me. So For She Is Wrath and Of Flame and Fury, which I just got in my July box. My Owl Crate, I think this is Owl Crate. Yeah, Owl Crate box. So I am thinking though, since I did just get this one, oh, look at it with all the flames. It does seem Augusty. But I think I'm going to go with For She Is Wrath because it is like a retelling of The Count of Monte Cristo, which I am actually reading right now. I'm reading The Count of Monte Cristo. I'm about halfway through it. There's like 113 chapters in that book. So it's taking me a couple months to get through. But I think after I finish that, if I finish it this month, even if I don't, I think that it will be fun to do like a reimagining version of that with For She Is Wrath. So I'm going to choose that one. So that is book number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 3 more. Next is, let's see, Title Without an A. Oh, I have a few, let's see, Title Without an A, like an A or without an A. Yeah, without an A. So I'm assuming that's without the letter A. So not The Well of Ascension, no. The Blonde Identity would work. First Time Caller would work. These are the only 2. Okay, so I've been waiting forever since this came out in like February, and I finally got it in from the library. The thing is, do I want to read? This feels like a spring book to me. It doesn't really feel like summer, but I've heard it's so cute. Whereas The Blonde Identity, this is like a fun spy romp type novel. What am I feeling more right now? I think I'm going to go with The Blonde Identity for this prompt. I'm just thinking this is going to be a super fun time. And I do have a contemporary romance already. That doesn't mean that I won't end up picking this. But the way I'm feeling at the moment, I think The Blonde Identity is hitting the spot a little more. So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more. Let's look and see. What should I get next? Okay. Stars on the cover. Ooh, this one might be a good one. Let's see. Kind of stars. Do those look like stars? Those look more like it's a sunrise or a sunset happening. I think a sunrise. This is like inside, so no stars. City of Phantom, Floating World, kind of stars. First time caller, no. Oh, look, it has stars. After I just got done saying that, I don't want to. Oh, we do have stars on this. They are tiny stars, but they are stars. Let's see. And no, how about, no, not on that one. This one, let's see. Era of Storms, it looks like it kind of has stars on it. Okay. I know I just got done saying, I've read a lot of like piratey on the sea books the last couple months. So I think I'm going to save Capitana for next summer. I'm thinking that's going to be better. So Era of Storms, which is the start of a new fantasy series, or The Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. You know what? I know I just said that I was kind of hoping to keep A Witch's Guide for September, but it's come up like 3 times with the prompts. It's worked 3 times. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with it because, see, you do see stars. So this is the one I am going to go with. So for the prompt stars on the cover, I am going with that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 more. And then we'll go over kind of the synopses of the books. Okay, and the next and final prompt, if this works, hopefully, is no, this is not gonna work. Set during Christmas. I'm not gonna read a Christmas book right now, so we're moving on from that one. Okay. Not feeling Christmas. What is this one? Oh, dystopian. Dystopian. Is the Dagger in the Flame dystopian? No. But I know one that is, this is like urban fantasy. I don't think it's dystopian. I know one that is dystopian though, because it's been on my shelves for a few, like 3 months or so now. And, oh, dang it. Don't want to ruin my books. Dang it. Okay. It is The Enemy's Daughter by Melissa Poet. This is a dystopian version of Tristan and Isolde story. So, yay! I didn't even have this on my TBR cart, but it does feel like a good transition from summer into fall. Okay, so that's it, you guys. Let's look at all 8 books that I plan on reading for the month. And it's funny because I'll probably still get to some of these others, especially The Well of Ascension, because that was one I really did want to read in August. It just didn't work for any of the prompts. So, like I said, mood reading is a thing for me as well. Okay, first book is The Love Haters by Catherine Center. This is about a girl named Katie Vaughn who's been burned by love in the past. Now she may be lighting her career on fire. She has 2 choices: wait to get laid off from her job as a video producer, or at her coworker Cole's request, take a career-making gig profiling Tom Hutchinson, a Coast Guard rescue swimmer in Key West. The catch: Katie is not exactly qualified. She can't swim, but pretends that she can. So I do normally love Catherine Center books. So I am excited. Like I said, this is a 5-star prediction for me. So I'm very hopeful for that. So there we go. Book 1. Book 2 is what did I say what the prompt was for this? What did I even say the prompt was? 3-word title. Okay. Book 2 is historical fantasy. It is A Daughter of Fair Verona, and this is a book that I own, so I am glad to get it on the TBR for the month. This is by Christina Dodd, and it is a reimagining in that Romeo and Juliet didn't really die. Instead, they do grow old together. They're in love, they're married, and this is about one of their daughters. And I think it's a little bit of a mystery involved in this too. So I'm hopeful this will be good. And it was just giving me August vibes, and it's historical fantasy. So, A Daughter of Fair Verona. The next one was one that was on my July TBR. Now I have it on my August TBR. This was for a Goodreads Choice Award, and I am hopeful to get it in audiobook from Libby this month, because I wasn't feeling it as I was reading with my eyes, but hopefully with my ears it'll be better. So anyway, this was for Goodreads Choice Award. I know it's such a beloved book, and I do want to get to it, and I am dropping things. So tell me if you've read it and you recommend it. Like I said, I just wasn't feeling all the POVs in it. But I did like Marcellus, and I liked Tova's point of view. So hopefully audiobook, I can finish it. Okay, next up, this was for the prompt, Nature on the Cover. And, I didn't even say what this was. Remarkably Bright Creature is about an older lady who works in an aquarium in Puget Sound, and she works overnight, and there's a mystery involving her son who disappeared like 20 or 30 years ago. And it's about her relationship around her and with an octopus named Marcellus who's in, and you get a POV from him, so you get to hear his thoughts and all that too. But there are other POVs, and I'm sure they tie into the rest of the story, but I just wasn't feeling them while I was reading it with my eyes. So audiobook, I feel like, will be the way to go. Okay, so the next one, moving on, Nature on the Cover, This Woven Kingdom, by Tahera Mafi. She is the author of the Shatter Me series, which I've read 2 books from that series. I do need to get back to it, but I want to start this one because I've heard it's really good. And this says, to all the world, Alizella is a disposable servant, never to be known for who she really is, the long-lost heir to an ancient Jinn kingdom. She is hunted always, forced to hide in plain sight, lest she expose herself to danger, until one day she makes a mistake. The Crown Prince Cameron has heard the prophecies. He knows of the fearsome monster promised to kill his king. Darkness is fast descending upon his empire, driving Cameron to desperately seek out its source. But as he grows ever more suspicious of the servant girl with the strange eyes, the more he learns about her and the harder it is to turn away. Even if falling for someone like Aliza, I think that's what it is, Aliza, means forfeiting everything he's ever known. So, sounds really good. I've heard really good things. Have you read this series? Let me know down in the comments. I think I know there are 3 books out. I think it's supposed to be a 5-book series. The 4th book is coming out this year or the beginning of next year, from what I understand. Okay, the next one on my official TBR is For She Is Wrath by Emily Varga. This was for the prompt Bought New. So I did buy it new, and look how pretty it is. This was an Owl Crate edition as well. and the front sprayed edges. So this, as I was saying, is a reimagining of the Count of Monte Cristo. And it says 364 days. I framed for a crime she didn't commit. Danya counts down her days in prison until she can exact revenge on Mason, the boy responsible for her downfall, the boy she once loved and still can't forget. When she discovers a fellow prisoner may have the key to achieving that vengeance, a stolen Jinn treasure, they evacuate a daring escape, execute a daring escape together and search for the hidden treasure. That's all I'm going to read. Sounds good. And as I said, I am in the middle of reading the actual Count of Monte Cristo right now, so it'll be nice and fun to see the reimagining of it. Okay, the next one was for the prompt dystopian. I chose The Enemy's Daughter by Melissa Poet. Love cannot be forbidden, it says, and pretty sprayed edges. This is the UK edition. The US edition I liked less than the UK edition, so I got the UK version. This says, and I do have my reading glasses. Let's put these on so I can actually see. It's been 37 years since the Republic was destroyed. Now the 5 clans and the King's Land fight for control. Isadora, daughter of the clan's leader, risks her life on the battlefield to help injured clan soldiers. But when she stops an attack from Tristan, a Kingsland assassin, his soldiers shoot her with a poisoned arrow. As Isadora lies dying, Tristan does the unimaginable. He offers to save her using a rare magic. Yet in choosing to live, Isadora is unknowingly bound to the mysterious Tristan through a magical connection that could allow him access to her emotions, her deepest memories, and the very information he needs to destroy the clans. So it sounds really good, and I'm glad that I got this prompt because I had been putting off reading it, and I don't know why. It's just easier to pick books that I have from the library, I guess. But that sounds really good. Okay, then after that, I got A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. It did keep coming up with the prompts, and so this one was for the prompt. Has stars on the cover, and it does have little stars in the sky. And this is by Sangu Mandana. And the synopsis is, Sarah Swan used to be one of the most powerful witches in Britain. Then she resurrected her great aunt Jasmine from the very recently dead, lost most of her magic, befriended a semi-villainous talking fox, and was exiled from her guild. Now she, slightly reluctantly and just a bit grumpily, helps Jasmine run an enchanted inn in Lancashire, where she deals with her quirky guests' shenanigans, tries to keep said talking fox in check, and longs for a future that seems lost to her. But then she finds out about an old spell that could hold the key to restoring her power. So this seems super cute, cozy, fantasy book. And this one has a little bit of romance in it too, from what I heard. So that, and then last but not least is The Blonde Identity by Ali Carter. This was for the prompt title without an A, and no A to be found in the title. And this is about a girl, let me read. This is a mystery, spy type of romp. It says, it's the middle of the night in the middle of Paris, and a woman just woke up with no memory. She only knows 3 things for certain. She has a splitting headache. The hottest guy she has probably ever seen is standing over her, telling her to run. And oh yeah, people are trying to kill her. She doesn't know who or why, but when she sees footage of herself fighting off a dozen men, there's only one explanation. Obviously, she's a spy. Except, according to Mr. Hot Guy, she's not. She's a spy's identical twin sister. So it's a mistaken identity, lots of memory spy romp. It sounds like it'll be so fun. I do really enjoy Allie Carter's writing. I think she's fabulous. So that's it, you guys. Those are all the books that I have on my official TBR for the month of August. Let me know, like I said, if you've read any of these, which ones are standouts for you, which ones do you think I should read first, that sort of thing. I enjoy hearing from you down in the comments. I appreciate all of you and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.